I'm originally from Michigan. Um, I moved to the Georgia area in 1998. I knew no one in Georgia. I had never been to Georgia, but it's like the Holy Spirit kept leading me or directing me to go to Georgia. Needless to say, I met my husband in March of 2010. And to make a long story short, we met in 2010 and we got married in 2010. He was a single father of 2 boys. And of course, being from a large family, my goal was to, of course, have my own large family. But unfortunately, because of my infertility issues, we weren't able to do that without help. It hurt when I was told by the doctors that it was impossible. So at that time, we sat down as a family, me, my husband, and the 2 boys, and decided that we wanted to adopt 2 little girls under the age of 7 so that they could be big brothers. So in September of 2011, I called and they said, we have 2 girls available, but they were a part of a sibling group of 8 that would be split. Immediately, my husband and I felt like, no, we don't want to split the siblings. We met them at the airport on December 16th, 2011, and immediately brought them home, all 8 of them, giving us 10 kids under the age of 18. Needless to say, my husband and I decided that I would resign, and now I'm an at-home mom. We, of course, at the time that we received the kids, we were in a 3-bedroom home, rental. We knew that we needed a bigger house. Once I filled out an application and said there was 10 kids moving in, every landlord said, no way. Fortunately, we found a home that we could purchase. Shortly after our purchase, Dad passed away, and we immediately went to Michigan and moved my mother in with us. And brother lost his job and was homeless in Michigan. So at that time, it's the 10 kids, me and my husband, my mom, my brother, all under one roof. Not even a month later, right before Thanksgiving, my husband's job closed, leaving him without a job. That's when things really got tough. We came together as a family and we explained to everyone what had happened and that we would not fear because that's not of God. And it's times like these when we need to really come together as a family. And that's also the time when, CAYA Ministries really helped us out. If it wasn't for CAYA, I don't know how we would have been eating. And as far as like holidays, especially Christmas, which was important for the kids, they understood that we didn't have it. So we were prepared. Oh, I'll never forget it. We were prepared to actually go through our things that we had as far as toys that they weren't playing with or something. And we filled a box. We said, instead of receiving something this year, we're going to give this year. And the day before Christmas, there was a knock at the door. There was a gentleman and a lady standing there. And they had an armful of boxes full of gifts, shoes. There was a truck with a trailer on the back pulled up in front of the house, and the kids came running to me and they said, Mom, there's a truck in front of the house with a trailer full of bikes. We weren't expecting anything. And they said they were coming because CAYA mentioned our family. And my kids looked at me and they said, Mom, we didn't think we were going to get anything. But God loved us enough that he made sure that we had everything we needed and some. Times have been very tough for us as a family, especially when we lost both incomes. But through donations given to CAYA, I am proud to say that my family stayed intact. If it wasn't for CAYA, God only knows where we would be as a family.
Part of the way that this family was engaged and able to get back on their feet was due to the work of one of our ministry partners called Come As You Are, or CAYA. And so today we wanted to just highlight and recognize and affirm the work of this partner. This is the executive director of CAYA. This is Mr. Dan Pavoris. Would you welcome him, please?
Good morning, Westridge.
So Dan was a longtime Westridger. We still call him family. And several years ago, God challenged him to sell a successful business and then to go into full-time ministry with this nonprofit. And you are one of my favorite people. You're one of the men in this community. You're one of the unsung heroes. You and your wife are somebody that my wife and I look up to you. You guys are amazing people, the example that you set. And so for those who don't know you today, we wanted to give them a chance to get to know you.
So CAYA, which stands for Come As You Are, one of their biggest ministries is going to take place starting right when school ends. A lot of us are ramping down in the summer times, planning vacations. My man Dan here is ramping up because they have what's called the summer lunch program for those students in our public schools who either get reduced fee lunches or free lunches. Well, what are they going to do in the summertime? Sometimes their parents are working or whatever. They have no food to eat in the house. Just don't have the income to do that. So, Dan, if you would tell us quickly, tell us about the summer lunch program at CAYA.
Well, most people don't know, in our community, about half of the student body population does get a free lunch or a reduced price lunch. That's over 14,000 kids. So at summertime, when they go home, mom and dad's budget is all set on 10 months, not those 2 months, and so they struggle. There's been summers where we gave away lunches to kids that we found out later that was the only meal they got all day. It was our lunch that we handed to them. Last summer was our biggest summer. We were able to hand out almost 20,000 sack lunches to kids in need in our community. That's all God. The amazing thing is that we spent a grand total of 2 cents per lunch. And the only way we could do that is God showed up through people like you. We give away these lunches through a variety of sources. Some people make lunches at home and bring them to us so we can give them away. Others come and help us. A lot of you have done that. You've come and helped us. I look around this morning and I see people that have driven for us, people that have come and made sandwiches. That's the way we do it. Every day, Monday through Friday, all through the summer, starting the day after Memorial Day, we start making lunches. And then we take them out over 5 to 6 different routes throughout our community to kids in need that need something to eat. The only way we can do it is we need your help. Either through donations, when people donate the materials that we need to make those lunches, or they come and give us a financial donation so we can buy what we need, and then they come and be hands and feet by slapping bread together, by putting items in a lunch bag. That's where we could use you, and then we need you to come and drive as well. So any of those, we'd love to have your help.
So Dan, you know that we wanted to have you here to show this video and talk about CAYA and hopefully generate some volunteer support within our audience and also maybe some financial contributions. But you also know, having been at Westridge for many, many years, that we are a church of generosity and that we are a church that comes alongside our partner organizations to help out. And we know that summer lunch is one of the hardest times of the year for you personally. You work nonstop throughout the summer, soliciting financial donations, getting volunteer support. You're putting in massive hours and you need help. And so Westridge has decided that we are going to give you a check for $10,000 to help with the summer lunch program. We are excited about this. We love you, man.